Hello everyone, welcome to Beandog Studios. Today I'm going to show you a cool thing that you can do with quintuplets that creates the impression of a tempo change without one actually occurring. The concept is quite similar to a gear change, which in a car leads to the engine running at a different speed without the speed of the car changing. In a 4/4 time signature with quintuplets, we can change to a 5/4 time signature with a 25% faster beat, while keeping the subdivisions exactly the same speed. In the song Excuse Me Blood, which will be on the next Trilobite album, this gear change is created with the drums, so while the guitar keeps playing the same kind of phrase, the drums start accenting different notes. I'll play the two parts on the guitar first, and then add the drums, so you can hear how drastically it changes how you hear the guitar part. This is a very useful tool if you want to use a phrase repeatedly to maintain a particular vibe, but also make the piece really dynamic. In this case, we're going to a higher register, playing a little louder, and creating the impression of a tempo change all at the same time. A similar gear change occurs in our song with the working title, I Need a Cycloptician. Here, instead of a 4/4 time signature with quintuplets, we have a 5/4 time signature with triplets in the verse parts. In the outro, this changes to a much slower 3/4 time signature with quintuplets. The riff is still played exactly the same on the guitars, but the drums emphasize every fifth note instead of every third, so the feel changes dramatically. In the verse parts, the riff is strong, bouncy and rocking, and the outro is big, heavy and unbalanced, like a drunk giant. We've used it in a similar way to how a lot of metal bands would use a half-time feel to make everything heavier, but with the added sense of everything being destabilized. To use this concept effectively, you might have to take a few notes away and make some really deliberate decisions about what, other than the accents, the drums should play, and of course you have to play super precisely, otherwise it's just a huge mess. The Western ear does not happily accept 3/4 with quintuplets, so you have to find a really musical way to force it in. but if done properly, it can sound super cool. I hope this video has been useful, or at least entertaining. If you liked it, please give the video a thumbs up and maybe subscribe to my channel. If you want to know more about my band Trilobite, we have a separate YouTube channel, which you can find by clicking the link in the description. We also have a Patreon site. Thank you very much for watching. See you next time.